Hey, how's it going, everybody? It feels like it's been a while since we've done one of these, but we've got some news to talk about in the Rocket League scene. Going across about teams being picked up and things going on. Some old favorites like Axeltoss coming back into the scene. Some really exciting stuff. So without further ado, let's talk about it. Everybody, welcome back to a Rocket League news video. Lawler here, going to be breaking it down all for y'all. Hope you guys are all enjoying the RLCS main event for Europe. Getting a first look at some of these top tier rosters. Been a good time, but we've got to talk about some news. We got some things to discuss, and let's start it off with a clip from the one and only moistcr1tikal. Take a look.
Trying to pick anyone else up at the moment because right now we put an offer in to buy True Neutral for the RLCS. So True Neutral, I truly think can be a top 4 team in A. I think they stand a great chance. So we put in an offer since they're orgless. So we're trying to own True Neutral under the Moist Esports banner. And if we can do that, then we can finally get all of the salary squared away for the whole org. And once we do that, then we can look to pick up players again, like in the future. But for right now, until we have like a word on that, we're not picking anyone else up at the moment. But yeah, True Neutral slaps. We put in a bid that will hopefully be better than the other orgs, and hopefully we'll be able to have them for Moist Esports. It's a Rocket League. I love the RLCS, and True Neutral is such a great story, and they're such an incredibly talented team. So fingers crossed that our offer is better than all the other orgs that are like literally foaming at the mouth.
So obviously, as you can see in the video, Moist is talking about how he has his own team, Moist Esports. We actually had a conversation about this over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LAWL, if you want to come hang out with us every day but Tuesday and Sunday. But what would be better, Moist Esports or Squirt Esports? Both kind of sus. Either way, he's talking about how the team is involved in Brawlhalla and Smash Ultimate, and someone was inquiring about what's going on, and he talked about this earlier in the stream, and then it happened again during this clip to kind of summarize. But they're not looking to pick up any additional players in other games because they have currently put in an offer in the one and only True Neutral team in the RLCS. Talks about how there's a ton of potential, and then he also states that they, quote, are trying to own True Neutral under the Moist Esports banner. If they can do that, then they can finally get all the salaries squared away for the whole org, then look to pick up players in the future. So they are holding off on picking up teams and players and other things. And the reason why is they're putting in a bid for True Neutral. Now, I don't know if that's for the entire True Neutral organization. I don't know if True Neutral is involved in other esports or otherwise, and they want to basically encompass that under the name, or if they're just trying to pick up the Rocket League team True Neutral. Clarification of that, I can't get, but I'm going to assume for now, it's not like they're trying to purchase all of True Neutral because True Neutral wants to stay in the RLCS for a South American team. And not wanting to buy the entire company. That is my assumption. So wording has been misconstrued, I think, and primarily they're just trying to put in a bid for True Neutral, the Rocket League team, and then seeing what they do. He does talk about how that bid is hopefully better than a lot of the others. There's a lot of people, quote, foaming at the mouth at the chance of picking up this roster, and rightfully so. I talked about it in a video. If you guys didn't see that video, make sure you guys go check it out. It's probably showcasing up here most likely, but the discussion in regards to how True Neutral is probably the most sought after org in North America. We've already seen top 8 potential out of them in the RLCS. That is a very sought after position for an esports organization, and there's going to be a lot making some bids. I've also talked about in other videos how there has been 6-7 figure plus bids and offers made to teams that are actually being declined. So yeah, there's some money rolling around in the RLCS, especially in North America. And I hope True Neutral gets that bag because they're definitely worth it. Very talented team and a huge fan of the players over there. So moistcr1tikal and his team Moist Esports trying to pick up True Neutral. That would be pretty exciting. And I say good luck to all the casters who have to say Moist Esports versus team in a serious tone. Should be a lot of fun. Up next, we have something that is super wholesome and professional, and I love it, as well as being paired with another thing that may have dropped by the time this video comes out, because I'm recording this obviously a couple days in advance. The first thing you see is Fadeaway, a team that is most likely going to be picked up soon. I'll talk about that in just a sec. It says, you want the key for success. Tigreee was worth it, brother. And they're referencing a group conversation. And this is what I love, is Tigreee has always been kind of a little bit more quiet. As a 21-year-old kid, in my eyes, holds himself at a very professional level. Doesn't get into a lot of trouble, doesn't have a lot of negative things that happen to him. He just kind of does his job, and he puts out, and they share the group message. Tigreee ends up putting out saying, just want to inform you guys that I got approached by organization with decent salaries. It could be organization or players or a team that he could possibly go to. And I want to be transparent with you all. I thought about it, and I don't want to go for the money. I feel way better with you guys, and I believe we have way more potential, so don't get to throw this as well. I'm really desperate to get an org since I got ditched by White Demons so hard, and after being orgless for more than a year, but if it's so far that I would go for money, I can literally end my career already. Implying that if I'm doing this for the money and not for the chance to compete and do what I love, I would have left already. If it was for the money, I wouldn't be involved, because a year without pay is quite a bit. He's like, let's make it count, work and show everyone that we're a good team and that we'll be rewarded. I believe in us, and at the end of the year, we have an org and good results. So he's talking, hey, I feel a lot better about this team. I feel like this scenario is better for me as compared to the other one that has pay right now. Let's stick together. Let's build a team. Let's go show them that we deserve to be picked up because we're that dang good. And for any of you that did not tune in to the regionals this last week, first and foremost, go check out my recap that I did yesterday where I break it all down. But they did really dang well. Fadeaway did extremely well, actually. If I remember correctly, they were brought into the closed qualifier through qualifications, ended up doing really well, and then end up 3-1ing their competition. Their only loss comes to SK Gaming, but they beat BS Plus, EG, and 00 Nation and find themselves into the main event as a top 16 roster. So yes, they've got tough competition there, but they have a chance to prove themselves in the main event, which is probably going down right now. Make sure you guys tune into that, twitch.tv/Rocket League, or my own watch party at twitch.tv/Lawler. But we have a chance for them to do exactly that. Showcase that they are a top team that has the potential to be picked up. I think it's amazing that you're seeing this, and then it gets paired on the other side of things. Obviously, Louis P and Dead talk about it and show a bunch of love. But Fadeaway also just recently put out a tweet stating, hey, we're closing our doors. We're done. Fadeaway, it's a heavy heart. Fadeaway's done tomorrow. And the reason why they say that is the assumption that they're getting picked up, that they are being rewarded for their efforts. And after holding off for just a little bit, they do get the ability to be picked up by a team and an organization. This will probably be coming out on Friday the 22nd, so we're a little bit in the future. And most likely on the 20th, they are getting an announcement of who that team may be. So really awesome to see some of the stuff, not only behind the scenes, but also bringing it to light and adding some positive vibes after all the drama we just had. Pretty awesome to see from Tigreee and the guys over at Fadeaway. Up next, a longtime friend of mine and previous host of the RLCS, Axeltoss, is making his way back into the scene, and I love to see it. Oxygen Esports has announced that they are excited to announce Axeltoss has joined Oxygen as our Director of Community and Player Development. Axeltoss will be working behind the scenes on our Academy program, and you could also see him in front of our camera during future broadcasts, implying day one broadcast for the RLCS when it comes to that, whether it be through qualifiers or through the top 16, top 18 teams, whatever it may be. So Axeltoss getting back involved with Rocket League scene, having a more public-facing approach, which I'm a huge fan of. So I love Axeltoss. Every time I get the chance to go to Seattle, we usually hang out, and I think Oxygen's a great fit for him. So super awesome to see Axeltoss getting back involved in a position with the organization, and hopefully he finds a long-time home, because I love that man to death, and anybody who gets to work with him will know how much of a pleasure and hard worker he is. So awesome to see Axeltoss back in. Curious if he's still got the long flow going with the COVID hair or not, but make sure you guys go show love and support and show all your love to Oxygen/Axeltoss for the pickup. Link to the tweets and stuff can be found most likely down below. Last and certainly not least, it has only been one event, and the team already not happy with the results is making a change. Pittsburgh Knights did not have a good showing. It was pretty ugly, like stupid ugly if you ask me. And although the team brought an Alpha Cap in hopes of having more success, that did not happen, and rather than waiting before it's too late, are going to be trying out something different. So Sun Alpha Cap are going to be adding Omar into the mix for the next regional. You can already check in the next regional signups that Omar is there, and they are trying to make a run for it. Whether it will be a recipe for success or if it's going to be disaster, we'll have to wait and see, but at least they're trying something before it's too late. They, I think, are well aware that going through open qualifiers and everything else is a situation that you cannot wait. You just can't. You don't have the ability to kind of coast into stuff with how heavily weighted spots, regional points, major options really are. So Pittsburgh Knights already making a change to the roster. Whether that will be a full-time or long-time thing, we'll have to wait and see. I think a lot of it's going to depend on success of the team in the upcoming regional, which will be just a week away on the 29th, where I will be casting for version 1 and hopefully with the heart rate monitor attached. So you guys can see the pressure and the struggle that we go through watching them go to game 5 every goddamn series. That's going to wrap it up for your RLCS news for the day. If you guys have any other additional questions about Rocket League, or if you have questions for me, make sure you drop them in the comments down below. Links to everything I'm talking about most likely in the description for you. And if you enjoy the content while you're down there, go give a like on all the socials, give the video a thumbs up, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.